have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
And today, thousands will gather in honor of the historic march on the Capitol back in 1963. But is there a modern-day MLK who could lead that march today, or is this country in need of one? Joining us now is Jerome Hudson, member of Project 21, an African-American leadership network. Good morning, Jerome. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning, Ainsley.
Good morning. Martin Luther King Jr. focused on nonviolent change. Is there a leader today that is doing that as well?
I certainly hope so, but the chances are, the way things are going, if there is a Martin Luther King Jr. out there today, they might not live to graduate from high school. I mean, look at it like this. According to FBI data, in 2010 and 2011, 4,906 black Americans killed other black Americans. So more black people killed each other in 2 years than in 86 years between 1882 and 1968, according to the Tuskegee Institute. The problem is that much of the civil rights establishment and the media tend to ignore that harsh reality when it comes to black-on-black crime.
Wow, that's interesting. Jerome, we've seen so much just senseless act of hate this week. You had the Australian guy killed. You have this elderly man killed in the parking lot. What is going on?
Another one of the unfortunate things is, Ainsley, you're absolutely right, is that when we talk about this, most of the media likes to lay this at the feet of racism. I'm no sideline commentator to this. Racism was not the motivation of the black thug that held a gun to my heart one morning in December in 2001. It is very disingenuous, and it gets us absolutely nowhere. My life was spared, but the reality is that that is not the case in so many parts of this country, and it's really unfortunate.
So are you saying we shouldn't be focusing on race? If that's the case, what should we be focusing on? What's the root of this problem?
Well, people actually need to know the reality. The numbers do not lie, and they're really sad. Young black males commit almost half of the murders in this country, 14 times more than their white counterparts. And when you actually account for age and gender, we're really talking about nearly 3% of the population committing half the murders. And so from the leadership, I'm talking about the president on down, I applaud him for giving an occasional speech on the importance of fatherhood on Father's Day, but there really needs to be more dialogue towards the importance of fatherhood. 70% of black children grow up today without a father in the home. That dramatically hurts their chances of getting ahead in life.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I remember, making decisions when I was at parties or whatnot in high school and thinking, what's my father going to do? I don't want to be in certain situations because I don't want to disappoint him. And, a lot of these kids, unfortunately, are growing up in families. I was fortunate enough to have a great dad and still do. But what is the message for men out there that are struggling with this, that have little boys or little girls in families and they've left the home? What's your message to them?
Absolutely. I would tell them, like my father, who was a drill instructor, it was always his proverbial foot in my rear end that kept me in line. I mean, this is America. Opportunity is there. All you have to do is work for it. I had two loving parents. Everything that I have, I've worked hard for it. Do not look for a handout. You can achieve the American dream as long as you work hard.
All right, great message for you. Nice talking to you, Jerome. We appreciate that this morning.
Thank you, Ainsley.
You're welcome.